Episode 26. Welcome back, Tim. How's it going, man? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute because
Yeah.
we did that like massive recording thing for a while
Yes.
before I left to go out of town. Let's
Right.
just talk about how we've made it to episode 26. Like
That's
that's
huge.
crazy. And
Yeah.
when we have our next drop, which is on Thursdays,
Mhm.
um, we are expecting to cross a major milestone with
We
downloads.
are.
I'm
We
not going to
really
talk
are.
about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what the number is,
Yep.
but you'll know it when we want to
It
share it.
should.
So,
It should hit. It should hit. Knock on
yeah,
wood. Don't
y-
jinx it.
I know that's why I don't want to really say it, but we're super pumped about it, and we thank all of you for that as well. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got 10 downloads.
yeah,
Leonard.
no.
No. Wow.
So where have I been? Okay, so I left. I went to Mexico for a
You
week
did.
with Leslie,
Mhm.
and we stayed at a couple great resorts there. It was a lot of fun. A lot of sunshine, a lot of drinks. It was nice. It was nice to be able to relax a little bit and
Yeah.
not have to do a bunch of work stuff or be on a work event. But then we flew straight from there to one of my most exciting things ever. We went to Universal Studios to the new Epic Universe
That's right.
that is opening to the public on May 22nd, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And we got some extra like early preview tickets. So like a lot of people did, like travel agents and stuff like that. Billy, it is next level. I was blown away. I mean, have you ever in your entire life been to a brand new theme park? Like brand new.
Brand new.
Everything's brand new.
Yeah. I haven't.
Neither had I.
Yeah.
And we stayed at Helios, their like prime hotel that's like literally in the park there.
Exactly.
I'll go quick. We went to Super Nintendo World. That was my childhood, Billy's childhood. We talked about this a
Yes.
little bit.
Yep.
To come to life in front of you, and you're in this epic world with all. I mean, I'm like speechless about it. The rides we did the Mario kart racing, which was really fun. It was really cool, and Donkey Kong's ride.
Uh-huh.
So Nintendo World, I could talk about that forever. Really fun. And then my favorite though was Dark Universe because I'm a big scary movie kind of guy.
Right.
And this is where they have a ride called Monsters Unchained. And this is all about like the ancestor of the original Frankenstein, and she's taking over and making all the new monsters bow to her only. Total control, right? So she's trying to control the biggest thing is Dracula on this ride, but I don't want to give too many spoilers away. But the animatronics are amazing. The speed of the thing is the storytelling, the technology is just phenomenal.
Oh,
And
dude.
we rode that 5 times in the 3 days we were
What?
there. Yeah, it was our favorite ride for sure. I
Wow.
couldn't get enough. I got to meet Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, so that was kind of fun.
That's cool.
What was funny was Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein were there together, and there was a girl in front of me, and she was talking to them together. And Frankenstein doesn't really know anything, right? And
Right.
so she mentioned something about dancing, and they were both, "What is dance? And what is dancing?" And she was trying to teach them the Macarena, which was really funny. See, like, because not only are their costumes amazing, but the acting and the stuff for them
Sure.
so when it was my turn, I was talking to them about being friends and being nice and what it feels like to have love in your heart, what that means. And I said goodbye, give me a high five, and he's like, "What is high five?" So I had to show him this is what friends do, I put our hand together. It was really cool. It was very immersive. Then there was the Isle of Berk, which is the How to Train a Dragon world.
Chloe cannot wait.
I know your girls were going to go crazy.
Mhm.
I even sent you some pictures and said your girls are going to die when they get here.
Yep.
For me, I have only seen part of the original movie. Don't come after me.
What?
So
So
our
good
kids love
too.
it. Our kids love
Yeah.
it. Leslie loves it. She had seen it. So for me, some details were lost on me a little bit.
Sure.
But it's still beautiful. The detail is everything, and the roller coaster there is really cool. Then the big deal was getting over to Wizarding World, where you did the Battle of the Ministry of Magic, and it was an epic disaster trying to get on it because it's a virtual ride and everything that goes with that. But when we
Yeah.
did get to ride it, It was so cool. We did rank it as the number one ride there for a little bit, but once we went back to Monsters Unchained,
It took
I
back
think
over.
but I give you a little good feel good story. All right. So for the virtual queues, they drop at 11, 3, and 6. And I tell you what, they are, we're in the world of virtual queues being Disney people, right? We know how to
Right.
handle them. You know how to be in, out, quick, 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 quick. We did everything, everything. And you get on, they'll be like, this time's available. Click it, gone. It's gone. It's gone. So we were
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
mad. By the end of the night, real quick story. Someone had said, if you go back about 10 minutes before closing and you're really nice to the people, they may let you in. That's not a guarantee, but they may. So we
Yeah.
went and talked to the people. We're like, here's our deal, blah, blah, blah. And the guy goes, stand over to the side. And I promise if you keep refreshing, something will come up. Well, at that time, we were waiting. These two gentlemen approached Leslie and I and said, have you guys rode the ride yet? We're like, no, we didn't. We explained our story. He goes, you want to ride? We're like, wait, what? He had got one for 8 people, and it was just 2 of them. And he got 6 random people to all join in, and we got to go ride because of this
Oh,
guy's kindness and paying it forward. It was such a cool feeling. It was really nice for him to do that.
why is he getting 8? Why is he getting 8 if they only need 2?
Okay. I wasn't going to go there, but I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
We found out as we went on the next 2 days, it's easier to get 7 or 8 than it is to get 2 or 1. So I
no.
got 7, she would get 8, and then we take people on with us and pay it
Yeah.
forward, do the same thing.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a really weird thing, but I won't get
Oh,
into all the politics of
yeah.
virtual queues and things here. I don't think really anybody cares for it. But
Shoot.
anyhow, we had an amazing time. Some of our agents were down there. We got to hang out with about 5 or 6 of them, and that was a lot of fun as well. As always, it's great to have our ETP team together. It always is a
Yeah.
good time. And then we flew back literally today. I got home at 2. I had to go teach a fitness class, and
Yep.
here we are recording the podcast tonight because I made Billy wait. I'm like, Billy, we're like, we got to get it done.
Yep, because it comes out in just a couple of hours, and I still have to edit.
God bless you. God bless you.
So we don't need to mess up on this one.
No, there will be no edits on this one, so this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
No,
what have you been up to since I talked to you last?
man, we just over the Easter break, we went up to Huntsville for a few
Yep.
days to see the in-laws, and so the girls can hang out with the grandparents. And Michelle and I got to go on a couple of dates, which were fantastic. One of which was for the first time ever, we went to Top Golf.
Yes.
And if you don't know what Top Golf is, it is basically like bowling, but for golf. It's just if you're like a 3-story driving range, right?
Right. Yep.
And so they just have different pods that you're in, and then there's targets out throughout the driving range, and they have different virtual games that track your ball, keeps up with the score. Full bar, full restaurant. They come right there. You have your nice little table and stuff. And Michelle and I went for the first time and had probably one of the best dates, like more fun that we've had in like forever. It was so much fun. Now we were extremely sore because I was using muscles that we don't usually use with a golf swing. I haven't swung a golf club in 20 years.
Right.
I was really into golf like in high school, like 9th and 10th grade. Like I would play, and then one day I sliced a ball and hit an old guy, and hadn't picked up the club since. Just sliced it and nailed him.
Did you have flashbacks when you started swinging? Like you're looking around for old guys left and right?
Gosh, yeah, but it was fun. Like they do have a no Happy Gilmore rule. Like literally when you're signing the waiver, that's like one of the rules. You can't run and hit the ball like Happy does, which was funny. Like we love the movie too, but you could run off the side and it being 3 stories. They do have nets to catch people, and I'm sure people have fallen.
They have fallen in. I've seen some videos of it. I'm so glad you guys got to go because we've been, probably a good handful of times, and we absolutely love it.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
and you're right. It's a great date night. It's so fun.
It really was. It was. We laughed, and now I will say, there's not many things in this world that I'm better at than Michelle. Laser tag being one of them.
Yeah.
But I did dominate in the scoring on that. So yeah, I was pretty excited. But she did so much better. We both did so much better than we thought we would have. Like legitimately, like so much better. So we were very impressed with ourselves. Yeah, but we had a blast, and yeah, we can't wait to do it again. So
what I love about it is that unless you're with their like a bunch of pro golfers who golf all the time, which is not me, that anybody can really compete and have fun and get points, right?
Exactly.
Even if you barely trickle the ball off the side, there's always that one little thing that gets points. Because that way it's no fun to go get dominated, Billy. So you should have been a little bit nicer to your wife, but no. But we've always had a killer time. The food's good there, the drinks are good. I'm so glad you guys went. We'll have. I want to get together. I wish we're closer so we could all go together. And
I know it, man. But yeah, it was, like I said, it was one of the best dates that we've been on some pretty epic dates. And so that we just laughing, had a good time. The food was good. Drinks were cold, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
And we also got to go away and go on a nice little hike up in the mountains there, right on the outskirt of Huntsville, because Huntsville's in a valley, if you know anything about Huntsville, Alabama.
I do not.
And it just it's always special now after like losing this weight, like where I couldn't, normally walk just on a non-hill, just like 50 feet without being hurt and stuff, being able to hike in the mountain, even though it wasn't super crazy or anything, but just to be able to do that and do that well, it's always like a special kind of like, I feel so accomplished, because for so many years I couldn't do it, and just getting your life back and stuff like that. And so that was like, I loved it. It's always like a little reward. Yeah.
I'm so glad you had such a good time.
Yeah, we had a really good trip. And then we got home in time. We came home on Saturday night so we could go to our church for Easter. And the girls all look beautiful. And
wait. The girls did look beautiful, but you look handsome as hell, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you.
Me and Leslie were like, look at Billy in that pink and that pocket square and that jacket.
Yeah. I got a little nice little Easter jacket and little pastels and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I thought I was feeling it,
Oh yeah, I could tell. I could tell you were feeling it, especially in that picture where you posed by yourself. I was like,
with my hands in my pocket. Yeah, I'm like a model.
He's looking good.
Well, thank you, sir.
Easter Bunny. Yeah. You looked awesome. But your girls did look pretty as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they looked gorgeous, and we had a great church service, and then that was back to school on Monday.
All right. Well, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Are you ready, my friend?
You better believe it. Let's get into all the everything, y'all.
All the everything, we've got it all. We've got it all, small, big or tall. So grab your snacks, sit back, don't stress, cause Tim and Billy talk about the randomness. Formation prone to UFOs, we'll take you where the weirdness goes. It's two guys talking way too loud about stuff that makes no sense, but we're kinda proud.
Well, welcome back to another amazing episode of All the Everything Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Tim Sawhook, and I'm joined by my man. They call him now the sexy Easter Bunny, Billy Parchman.
Well, thank you, sir. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
You are welcome. Good. Oh, so we knew we were in a tight fit tonight, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying the episodes lately. We've been doing a lot more research into things. We've been getting good responses from people, but we didn't quite have the bandwidth or the time to dive into a big one tonight. So, Billy, what are we going to do?
Well, today, this episode is called Say More. And so you're going to find out a little bit. We're going to get asked random questions that we don't know what's coming up next at all. So who knows where we're going to go with this? I have no idea. Tim has no idea.
No.
It could go off the rails or it could be amazing, but no matter what, you're going to get to learn a little bit more about each of us. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
You never know. It's go time. This is All the Everything Podcast after hours.
That's right.
Or after dark or whatever they call it. I don't know. All right, you ready to get into these
Let's
questions?
do it. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. What fictional character would you like to become real and why? So if you,
man.
I think I know who you would pick.
I would pick Superman.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I
Yeah.
mean, how would you not want Superman?
Oh, how yeah, that would be amazing. That would be so cool. Now, I
Mm,
wish I could I wish I could be like Superman. That would be awesome. But then also might suck a little bit too. Like just a lot of responsibility. I don't know if I want to be.
yeah.
Maybe we just have Superman do his job and I could watch.
I mean, just think, Michelle will be like, "Can you go fly to the store and get some eggs?" And you're like, "I just got back from flying." You're like, "Can you go? Can you
That was
go
me.
heat up the grill with your laser eyes?"
With my laser eyes. That might be kind of convenient. But just being able to hear everything at once, that'd be overwhelming. Ooh.
I don't think I could do that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but yeah, that would be cool to have an actual Superman, as long as he had the characteristics of our Superman, like
Yeah.
the actual like kindness and goodness
Yeah.
in everything, strive to help people, and because with that much power, you could do what you want. So,
Good point.
Yep. Yep. So how about you?
I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking of movie people, like video games. I'm thinking because first I was gonna go with like real people, like sports people, but they're real already. Like
they're already here. Yeah, unless you bring somebody back.
Oh, but it had to be somebody who was fictional, though.
Fictional. Yeah, that was the question.
I could go superhero route, but you've already done Superman. What about? I have to say something. Leslie's been mad, like not even mad, but after the last couple episodes we've done, she's like, "Why are the ones that you pick are always like the darkest conspiracy theories?" Or, I mean, Billy's talking about Mr. Rogers, and you're talking about like drilling a hole in your head. I was like, I don't know. I was trying to, balance it out a little bit. Let's see, fictional character. You know what? I'm gonna go to the dark side with this one.
Go for it. Oh my gosh,
Darth Vader.
Oh, but Vader has some light too.
I know.
It's there. So maybe we can bring me in.
But don't take away what my reason, Billy. All right, I want him back because now, I always thought Darth Vader. We've talked about this before. Was like really like a bad mofo, and seeing him come back, any of the Jedi really would be kind of cool to see Jedi. That's what I'm going to stick with just Jedi in general, and not just one person. If we could bring back some Jedis and see them do the real thing and be the peacemakers they were supposed to be, but also if they gotta slice and dice you with their lightsaber, then I'm here for that as well.
Well, you got to have balance. There's going to be balance either way, and so if you bring some Jedi, there's going to be some Sith that come along with it. That's just a good point. That's the natural rule. That's just
how about if we made Superman and the Jedis together and they formed a vigilante group to take care of people who abuse children?
Oh, take them out.
Take them out.
Take them out.
Heck that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Anytime I see stories like that, I want to take those people out anyhow.
Yep.
Not go too far off the rails, but yeah, what if we join them together to make a positive vigilante group?
I like it. I like it.
People who are abusive and mean to children.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, I started off dark already. Jeez. Also, I love Mr. Rogers, and he's great. And oh, jeez. All right, I'm going to save myself and go on to the next question.
Let's do it.
What, if anything, makes you afraid? I'll go first this time.
You go first. Yeah.
I've got a lot of things. One I have brought up before is birds. Birds scare me to death, man, because I mean, those birds can turn on you, right? I mean, you might see a bird try to wave them off, but if they all just rallied together and they came after you, you'd be screwed. You would totally be screwed. And I'm definitely afraid of birds for sure, and snakes. I don't like snakes either.
I don't like snakes either. I don't like spiders either. Hate spiders.
Yeah. basically, I'm afraid of everything. It sounds like. No, but I'm gonna stick with birds still as my answer. That's the number one
Yeah.
thing that freaks me out every single time when I think
Yeah.
about fear of something.
The
What about you?
What was the exact wording of the question?
So it says, "What, if
Mhm.
anything, makes you afraid?"
Oh man. For me, seriously, like it's just like something happening to the girls. Um, like if there's ever any like anxiety, like that causes me anxiety, it's like when they're,
Yeah,
away. Like I don't know. That's something I've been working on. Like, because I know I'm gonna be a mess once they start driving, like
oh my
themselves,
gosh, you
and
have no
and
idea.
and so like I'm already like Chloe literally just turned 9 like last week. And so
Mhm.
I've been preparing myself for when she gets her driver's license so that I can actually be a functioning human being.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's just something that I have just to give over to God. And that's what I'm working on and praying through.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, what it comes down to is the control thing, right?
exact
That's the first thing.
100%.
Can I control everything? Like, is to make
Right.
sure that this is good, and then make sure this is good. And I feel like when problems arise, like we try to control things first instead of
Mhm.
like maybe pray about it or anything else. We're like, how can I fix this? I'm so
Mhm.
stressed out and things like that. I think it comes down to a control thing, especially for me.
No, it's 100. That's 100%, and that's just something that we just have to give over to God,
Yeah,
and that's something that I'm working on in my personal walk with Jesus and everything, and just you know, there's nothing I can do
yeah,
in this world that will extend any of our lives a millisecond more than what's already set and out there.
yeah,
Nothing I
yeah.
can do.
No, I
I
get
know
it though.
that. But I don't want to be so anxious. And so that's something that I'm working on. And like I said, we're going to be real. I'm always going to be real with y'all, and share the things that I struggle with and the things that, so maybe
Yeah,
people that might struggle with that too, be like, oh, I'm not alone in that. So yeah,
exactly. Well, I'd like to share with you that I never have anxiety.
never.
Except every hour on the hour. But beyond
Right.
that, I'm totally
Beyond
good.
that. Yeah. Shoot.
All
But
right,
yeah.
that's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for being honest, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, all right, here's the next one. So
Okay.
you're gonna be up first on this one.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of a longer one, so give me a second to read this. Here we go.
Okay.
If they made a movie of your life, what would the title be? Would it be a drama, comedy, or musical?
Oh,
Think
I
about
think
that
it
for a second.
yeah, I think it will be a romantic comedy.
Okay.
Um, for sure. It could also have it could also be a musical. That would be kind of fun, like a romantic comedy musical. We
There
could,
you go.
just break out into songs.
Oh,
Uh, I mean, if you've ever met my wife, yeah, it would that's in the realm of possibility. But what would the title be?
yeah. What would be? Yeah. Well, if they made a movie of your
Uh,
life, what would the
uh,
title be?
what would the title be?
Well, now that
Um,
you've established that it's a rom-com, so maybe
yes.
you can kinda build your title off of that,
Uh,
like
Goodness
Sleepless
gracious.
in Tuscaloosa, or
Hey, I like it. Sleepless in Tuscaloosa. Wink. There we
there
go.
you go. Alright, so if there's a movie about my life, I don't wanna say drama because of all the weird things that happened to my life. We've kinda talked about those before. I would
Yeah.
say comedy. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
comedy, we like to have a lot of
Absolutely.
fun, a lot of laughs around here.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. The comedy would have to be the title, let's think. Man, this is hard on the spot
The
coming up with these
title,
things.
yeah, it's if I think about
Me
it,
How about me, myself, and my anxiety? And it's like a road trip with me in the car, but my anxiety's sitting next to me the whole
mm,
time, and we're having a conversation, and funny things ensue due to this anxiety.
there you go.
That's the best.
I like it.
That's
Hey,
the best I got.
no, that was pretty good on the spot. I like it, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sexy Easter bunny. All right. Next. Next question. What are you currently doing to improve yourself? So I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
The pressure's not on you right away.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, the biggest struggle really is with weight still. Even though I've lost a ton of weight, I still, since we travel so much, even though I work out when I travel, not always, but for the most part, I try to at least 2-3 times a week, if whatever, is maintaining not eating. I have an addiction to sugar. Like I cannot get enough sweets. So my thing is when I'm not traveling, I'm trying to cut out sugar completely. Like no sweets, no nothing like that. Not like I'm not eating anything, but if it's me, I can't just have like one Oreo. It's like I need a whole sleeve of Oreos.
Yeah.
Or like I can't have like 3 M&Ms. I have to eat like the whole bag of it. That's my issue. So there's a lot of things I'm working on, but I would say currently what I'm thinking about, because we just came back from another trip and the self-loathing and starts to come in and you're like, ugh, that's why I have my stomach way below the camera level. No, but seriously, I would say that has been the biggest struggle because I like to be healthy and I've gone very far to get where I'm at. And you probably have had little setbacks here and there during your weight loss journey, I imagine.
100%. Yeah.
When you're like, oh, dang it. And it's a slippery slope, right? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm currently doing when I'm home. I'm trying to be very present in my workouts, be present in how I'm eating and things like that. And I guess maybe not treat every trip like a vacation, but it's hard. It's hard where you're sitting in Mexico in the pool and everybody's drinking drinks. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like nobody really cares about my life, about me going to Mexico, but I'm not trying to get a sob story here, people. I'm just saying it's hard. It's hard to maintain a good, healthy balance. So, what about you?
It is. I mean, like, yeah, with any weight loss journey, there's always ups, there's always downs, and then you just got to make sure that the downs don't keep you down. Like,
oh, I like that quote.
Yeah, it's just it when you step on the scale is a terrible thing to a lot of people. It messes with your mind. If that number's not what you were expecting, or if you might have gained or not lost anything, it could discourage you. And then you're like, well, shoot, I might just order that pizza that I was been thinking about all day.
Yeah,
exactly. Like it is a slippery slope. And that's why it's called a journey. Like you gotta take it one day at a time. And that's something I gotta tell myself too. And I've been telling myself is that if you don't do well on one day, don't let that mess up your next. Get after it. It's always like that Monday mentality, right? Like, I'm gonna start on Monday, but it's Tuesday, and then you just go hard for 6 days, and then like, oh, if I would have only started on that Tuesday, I wouldn't be up an extra 10 pounds or whatever, because I just went, the case of the Mondays, next Monday. And so I did that for years. And so, yeah, for me, it's been this weight journey. And like I said, there's ups and downs, there's stalls. Your body has to get used to things like I've been stuck like in the same kind of just area for a couple of months now. And I'm like, how do I break over, over? And that's something I'm still working, and I just can't let it discourage me, because that's what happened the last time I lost weight. I lost when I lost 80 pounds, my goal was to ride Flight of Passage.
Right.
And I did. And then I hit a lull afterwards. And then after that lull, then I just kind of slowly got back into those bad habits. And after that, I gained all the weight back, plus a lot more, like a lot more. And got to a point where it was really, really, really dangerous. And so, I've lost 135 pounds or whatever on this journey, but
great job.
I am not stepping on the scale every single day.
No,
not doing it. Not doing it. I actually flipped off the scale the other day, just walking by it. Just flipped it off. Like
good morning.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, that is not today. Because I don't think I don't mentally can handle it. But I do every so often. You do want to keep track and stuff and stuff like that, but not every single day. That's just some advice, like for me personally. But yeah, just kind of same thing. Working on this weight loss, just getting over the whole like humps, and like you have to modify and stuff and do things. Your body gets used to things, and you got to change it up.
Right.
And I'm in that season now. I got to change it up because I still have a lot more that I want to do. So, but yeah, there you go.
All right, I like that. And Billy, I did write down your quote. And don't let your downs keep you down. I'm keeping that. That's gonna be my quote. I'm gonna hold on to for a little while.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. No, I seriously, that hit me. I like that.
Thank you.
It meant a lot to me.
Oh, that means a lot, bud. Thanks.
I should order a pizza. Okay. All right. Next question. All right, here we go. If you were one of the 7 dwarfs, which one would you be?
Oh, let's think about this.
You're first this time.
Not Grumpy.
So can you name all the dwarfs really quickly?
Grumpy, Bashful, Sneezy, Dopey, Doc. I got 2 more, right? Was that 5?
Yeah.
Okay, let me start over. I don't remember who I said. Okay,
I'm gonna count them. Go ahead.
Okay, Bashful, Sneezy,
yeah,
Sleepy,
yeah,
Dopey,
right,
Doc,
right. There's 5.
Grumpy, Bashful. Did I say Bashful already?
I don't know.
Shoot,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Which one you're gonna be.
I'm gonna be Happy. I didn't say Happy. Yeah, I said Bashful.
Oh, there you go.
Happy. I'm gonna be Happy. That's
you're gonna be happy.
Yeah, there you go. The one I forgot. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I'm gonna do. See, beyond their names, I don't know much about their personalities. Like besides, like obviously Sleepy or that. I really don't know much about the beyond the names. Really, I probably should. I'm ashamed being a Disney fan. I probably should know more than that. I would say in the season of life I'm in right now, it would be Sneezy because of all the
oh my gosh,
all the germs,
the pollen, and all the oh my goodness gracious.
The pollen has been. I mean, I just came back in town. I was fine out of town, and now I'm like coughing again. And
yes,
actually, I'm looking up to see what the worst thing in our area is right now. What's very high right now is asthma, dust and dander, sinus pressure, and tree pollen. So, yeah. Based upon that, I am Sneezy.
Sneezy. That's appropriate. Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
So,
yep.
All right. You're happy. I'm Sneezy. And we're moving on. Okay. What's the worst movie you've ever seen? And what's the best? What's the best? I mean, we got a lot for the best because we've talked about that not too long ago. But I'm trying to think, what's the worst movie I've ever seen?
I remember I'm trying to think of what the movies like you just walk out of. Blood Rain. I saw part of Blood Rain. Have you seen Blood Rain?
Yeah.
Like it was just terrible acting.
Oh yeah.
That one sticks out because I think we left the theater because it was just so bad.
Did you take your popcorn with you though? Is the big question.
Oh yeah, shoot, it's like ours. You get like free refills if you get a large. So when you're heading out, you're like, oh, and we went to the movies the other night. Let me tell you this. Speaking on this subject, like we went and saw King of Kings, fantastic movie. We went with our church, and so there was a whole bunch of like the kids ministry, like tons of kids, so many kids, and so
this is a cartoon, right?
Yeah, it's an animated. Yeah, it's the life of of Jesus, and as told through Charles Dickens' eyes as he's telling his kid this story. Really cool concept. Love the movie. Got a large popcorn. Got a large drink. You get refills if you have those.
Right.
I really had to pee after the movie. It was like one of those situations because you have a large soda. I really had to pee, and so I hand my cup and my empty popcorn bucket to my daughter. And I said, hold this for 2 seconds. Cause everybody's about to try to take a picture, like a group picture at church, right there. And I'm going to refill this before I leave. Well, she just hands it to Michelle like as I run into the bathroom, and of course Michelle just chunks it. And as I go back out, I was like, "Where's my
What?
popcorn bucket?" And she's like, "I just threw it away." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Chloe, what the heck?" So
You betrayed me.
I didn't get my $40 worth of popcorn money. With my
I'm
refill.
sorry.
Yeah, but it is what it is. But yeah,
Well,
Blood Rain was worst. You know, one of the Star Wars is my favorite.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Deal.
Yeah.
So I am a huge fan of the Halloween Michael Myers
Yep.
whole thing. And really, one of the worst ones they have is Halloween 3, where they decided to go away from Michael Myers with a whole different plot. Have you seen Halloween 3?
I have not. No.
It's called Halloween 3 Season of the Mask. And it's nobody that was in Halloween, has nothing to do with Michael Myers at all. It's like this crazy town that's owned by these Irish people, and they've programmed these Halloween, the Halloween masks are selling in the store, and the commercials are on constantly. It's like a jack-o'-lantern, a skeleton, and like a I don't know, Frankenstein mask or something. And so what the whole premise is like at a certain time, this thing's going to go out on TV, and not the girls, but the kids are wearing the mask. It's going to melt their faces under the mask, and bugs crawl out everywhere. It makes no sense at all.
Okay.
And even though I kind of watch it as part of like a cult classic type of thing, it's really a bad movie.
It's terrible, huh?
It is. Yeah, it's bad news. So anyhow,
yeah.
All right, moving along. Okay, what's your idea of a perfect day, Billy?
Perfect day.
I don't know whose turn it is to go first. I'm going to think also on this one.
Okay.
A perfect day.
Yeah. Well, I know it involves my three ladies, my wife and 2 daughters, obviously.
Yeah.
A perfect day would be no arguments. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, she's looking out my window. You know, she's not. You know, she's like those little.
Oh yeah,
sisters.
I remember those.
Yeah. You know, so you know, none of that. Just everybody's happy and lovely and just hanging out, not having. Yeah, no anxiety. No
anxiety. I love that.
Yeah. Just enjoying each other's presence and, you know, maybe doing something fun. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to be on a Disney cruise in this scenario either. So
bingo.
Yep. So we're looking forward to July.
I bet.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've said this before to you on the podcast. I don't know. Who knows? But I would also say this is just part of it. I would love to experience a day without anxiety. I haven't had a day of, I would say, peace because of anxiety in like, I don't know, 30 years. I mean, like it's always there to some level, more extreme or whatever. That would be like a dream day to not have to have that.
Yeah.
I would love that. But besides that, I was just saying, it's funny you said the cruise. I would say a dream day would be on a Disney cruise with Leslie and the kids.
Yeah.
Just living that like perfect day, watching Funnel Vision, eating chicken fingers by the pool. Yes. No worries. Sunny day with a good breeze.
Fantastic.
And all the ice cream you can eat by the pool.
Yep. They saw a TikTok the other day where somebody went and got a Coke cup. Because you know you get free sodas on Disney cruises. You don't have to buy a beverage package or anything, a soda package. And so they went and took the Coke cup to the ice cream guy and had him put some ice creams in. They were making their root beer floats or Coke floats. They're like a little Disney hack, and the girls love some Coke floats, and so they're like all excited about it on this next cruise. Yeah, I'm like we're gonna make some Coke floats.
That's smart. You know what? I don't know if I've ever seen anybody like our kids do that. Do a Coke float.
Yeah. Well, they do that. Yeah, if they bring $1 to school for some kind of fundraiser, they do a big like ice cream Coke floats, and so they don't drink a lot of soda. They don't drink hardly any soda at all, but they love a Coke float. And so, yep, we're looking forward to that though.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
How could you not? Yeah, cruises are the best with the family.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we were sharing the same mindset. No anxiety and being on a cruise with our family. So
there you go. Yeah, heck yeah.
We might as well just go together at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Next, let me swipe up here. Okay. Next question is, what's one thing that you can go the rest of your life without trying? One thing you can go the rest of your life without trying.
Blue cheese. Blue
Blue
cheese.
oh,
Blue cheese.
I hate blue cheese.
I hate blue cheese.
Leslie loves blue cheese.
Chloe, I mean, not Chloe. Michelle does too.
No, I don't know what it is. I mean, I asked Leslie, who hurt you so bad that this is something you enjoy?
Yeah.
And
oh, she loves olives filled with blue cheese, and I hate olives too. And I'm like, that just sounds horrible to me.
I'm all about olives, but no blue cheese stuffed in them.
Yeah.
Forget that.
No, thank you.
Blue cheese, I would say for me is, I didn't mention this at the very beginning, but when we were at Epic, we went on the biggest roller coaster they have there, and it's a dual racing. I don't do roller coasters to begin with because it makes me ill and it terrifies me, and I'm too old for it. But I was being brave that day, you know. We had the express pass. We were going through the whole world, and I rode that with Leslie, and I could barely talk when we got off the ride.
I saw you. Yeah, you were white.
Yeah, I was
extra white.
And I honestly, I don't know if people thought I was acting. I couldn't say anything. I was like, that was hell.
I'm surprised
I was terrified.
You did it.
I was sick. I thought I was gonna die because even though we're strapped down, when they're flying through, your butt still comes off the seat. I was thinking, oh, this is it for me. This is how I go out.
So when we go, are you sitting on the sidelines and just, oh, there goes Billy?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to. I don't know. Let me see how brave I can get between now and then. But without going on that roller coaster again, I can do that with the rest of my life without doing that, and I'll be very, very happy. I'm glad I tried it, and I was trying to be brave, but
you did it. I was proud of you.
Thank you. I was proud of myself, but now I feel like it's making me ill even thinking about it.
We tell the girls, hey, it's not on roller coasters, but like with food, try it. If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like everything, but I want you to try it, see if because it could be something you absolutely love, and then you don't ever know because you're just going to stick to your chicken tenders and stuff. So try it.
You'll eat chicken tenders for the rest of your natural life. Is that what you want, Chloe? You just shaking her against the wall, like, I'm sorry, that went too far.
But they're going to get Chinese right now, and she tried orange chicken last time, and that's what she's getting tonight. And she wanted to try my egg roll a couple times ago. Now she always gets an egg roll.
So all right, so she's branching out.
There's things that are starting to grow. Like it's just we're getting there. So we're trying.
Now are they bringing Daddy home some Chinese food?
No, I didn't. I had Thai food last night, so I was like, I don't want Chinese food tonight. Like I still have to figure out. I got to figure out what I'm eating. So I haven't had supper yet.
All right, my question to you is: do you guys eat out like every night? Every time I ask you a question, you're like, we're eating here or we went here. Is that like your thing?
We do eat out quite a bit. We do cook some too. They like to do girl dinners for whatever it's called now, where they just scrounge. Yeah. They just do random stuff. Lots of dino nuggies. But yeah, we do eat out a lot. They have like a routine, like Thursday nights. Tomorrow night we're going to Hooligans. This is like a little burger, chicken tender, Middle Eastern place, where you get hummus and gyros and stuff like that. It's a college town favorite, and every Thursday night, that's like Chloe's like go to.
No, see, I'm not trying to shame you for eating out. I'm just asking, do you guys?
No, we do eat out quite a bit.
Okay,
because that means no dishes.
I like the sound of that.
No dishes.
All right, we're moving on to our next question. What trend that has died out would you like to see come back?
Ooh.
Trying to think of, maybe we're not trendy enough to come up with a trend that died out. Maybe I was never good at it ever, but doing the floss dance that died out. The reason why it's family related, because it used to make Luke and Lauren cringe so bad anytime I attempted it. That or the dab, it was a no-go. That was a no-go.
No.
So I'd like to see it come back, just so if I did it, I wouldn't be alone doing it. And my kids would still be mortified in my wife. And yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Is that crazy trend?
You know what I would love for fondue to make a great comeback, like just dipping things in cheese, or like even just cooking your own like little meat on skewers. We had like a melting pot. They all closed, and then afterwards they bring you just like this big old thing of chocolate, and it just cooks, and you just dip your Rice Krispie treats and your strawberries and your marshmallows. Oh, I love fondue. Love it. Man, that would be nice. That used to be really popular.
That was like a 70s thing where
it was a fondue thing. Yeah.
Fondue sets and kits. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we had another one of those.
Maybe we can do an all the everything branded fondue set.
There you go. I like it. You should already have like a charcuterie, because y'all are like the king and queen of charcuterie boards. If you've ever seen a picture of the charcuterie boards that they make, it's fantastic.
It's my passion in life.
Yeah.
Rolled up meats.
Yeah, rolled up meats and decorated cheeses.
Make flowers out of cheese, make flowers out of salami, I make flowers out of anything. Matter of fact, I have this thing off the screen here. I'm going to take it, make it into a flower. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I love charcuterie. It's my creative outlet.
There you go.
That and crafting. All right. Here's our next question.
Okay.
What do you believe is your greatest strength and your greatest weakness? Let's think on that for a second. And whoever wants to jump in can just jump in and go for it.
I think for me, just my compassion would be my greatest strength.
Mm-hmm.
Just for people, and hopefully others would say that they see that in me. And then my greatest weakness is just being too compassionate. I'm just kidding. What would be about? You like that?
That was good. I didn't see that one coming.
I just kind of going back to just my anxiety. I think that's that's the greatest weakness that you struggle with. Like, the girls are out right now, and like I'm just not checking Life 360 every 3 seconds. It's nice to have a distraction as well. Like, we're focused on this, but
I'm happy to be here for you.
Thank you. But yeah, that is a pretty epic. It can be a weakness if you let it control you.
Oh,
which I'm trying not to. I'm trying to drop an elbow on it. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Yeah. It's hard because anxiety is an imbalance in your brain. Like,
it really is. Yeah.
Especially if you have an anxiety disorder. And this is going down a whole different path, but
yeah,
everybody has anxiety, right? Like, there's normal anxieties, like maybe you lose a family member, or loss of a job, or there's a financial stress, or your child is sick, or that you can go on, and that's a normal anxiety that everybody in the world shares, right?
Yeah.
The things that you and I are probably talking about the same stuff. It's the stuff that really doesn't have any relevance in real life. Like, we make up scenarios in our heads, and
worst case scenarios. Yep.
And it just goes like from 0 to 100 so fast. And that is the part that I don't think people ought to realize who don't have anxiety. It's very crippling because of stuff like that. So, but I wouldn't say anxiety is a weakness. You know what? It's just something that you're working towards.
You're working through, and I guess it can make you stronger. Yeah,
absolutely. So, in my opinion, anyhow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say my greatest strength hasn't always been this way. It took a lot of years to develop. Was to be a really good motivator for people.
Sure.
After all the stuff that I went through and coming, when we talked about it on our wellness episode, if you haven't heard that, go back and check that out.
Yeah.
But after going through all those things, it gave me a different perspective on life with people around. And it really allowed me to show up with people and meet them right where they're at in their life. Not saying like, oh, you should have been this way, and I did this, and I'm here. And just come alongside them wherever they're at and show them that there is hope on the other side of the struggle, that kind of thing. Matter of fact, a lot of people with our company, anytime there's somebody down, they call it a Tim Talk, because It's like God lays something on my heart to check in with somebody.
Yeah.
Unrelated. And I'm like, hey, I just want to check and see how you're doing. And they're like, they'll tell me like, a horrible thing that's going on or whatever.
Sure.
And we talk things through that way. So I would say that is my greatest strength, is being a motivator and loving on people where they're at.
And I would agree with that, sir.
Oh, well, thank you. Mm-hmm. And I would say my greatest weakness is trying to be a control freak and control everything. I've been trying to do a lot better at that. Mm-hmm. And also being a people pleaser.
Sure. And kind of letting that not be,
Yeah. And so I've been listening to the book, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, and I haven't read it, but the whole thing is let them. Like, if people want to hate on you and talk behind your back, let them. And all those kind of stuff. It's kind of gives away a little bit of that freedom, but
sure.
Control is a big deal. My whole family calls me a control freak, and I have to own it. Like, I mean, I will. I like doing the dishes and stuff, and I load the dishwasher a certain way. And then when Leslie's doing dishes, I will literally stand right next to her, and I don't even know that I'm like presently like doing it. She's like, "Would you stop trying to control me and tell me how to put the coffee mugs in the dishwasher the way you want?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I can't control everything."
Right.
So that I would say that's my weakness, being a control freak and a people pleaser, trying to get better at both those things. But I haven't conquered either. So we'll do a follow-up and I'll let you know.
There you go.
All right, Billy, what's the weirdest thing about you?
Oh, where to start? What is the weirdest thing about me?
Call your wife. She'll give you 5 right
yeah,
off
be like, hey, Michelle, what's the weirdest thing about me? I did hear them creep in just a second ago, and little pitter patters up the stairs. So they've made it home.
Sigh of relief.
What is? Yeah,
I'll go first.
Okay.
The weirdest thing about me is I carry an abnormal amount of things in my pockets everywhere I go.
You do. It's kind of crazy.
mean, abnormal as to I'll have a chapstick. I'll have another thing just for lip sores in case something comes up, so I can put it on there. I'll usually have 1 to 2 different kind of combs in my pocket. I will have a portable toothbrush. I will have chewable Pepto. I will have a flosser. I also have my reading glasses in my pocket. And that's just in the left pocket. That's like the left pocket. It's so much stuff. Like, I can't not do it anymore. It's like some kind of compulsion. I have to have all these things in my pocket. But when we were down in Epic Universe, most of the things you have to do is you have to put your stuff in a locker before you go on things. And it would take me forever to get everything out of my pockets and put it in. And then when I lock the thing, and then
did you buy a fanny pack? Did you go fanny pack?
Actually, I did.
I saw that coming. I knew where that was going.
That was because Leslie, she goes, "Listen, you got to do something about this to make it quicker. Well, it's taking us forever to put the stuff in the locker and get all the stuff out." So, of all the places in all of Epic Universe, there was only one place that sold a fanny pack, and that was in Donkey Kong Land, and it's a big old banana. And I wore it like tucked under my shirt, so I was called Banana Hammock the whole time there by everybody. But you know what? It really did speed up because I was able to take that thing, drop it in, and
throw it in there. I like it. It's convenient. It's your man purse now.
Yeah, Leslie's like
big banana.
You need a man purse. Yeah. So yeah. Anyhow, but so I would definitely say that's one of the weirdest things about me is the amount of things I carry in my pocket. So
yeah, for me, I think the weirdest thing, and this is, I don't know if like my biggest pet peeve as well. I cannot stand if somebody has like an emery board and just filing their nails.
Don't do that noise. I'll puke. Don't do it.
Oh my gosh, it's just terrible. Like, I just cannot know if somebody like my grandma just starts. Nope, I gotta go out of the room. Can't handle it. Like just no.
Yeah.
I can handle people like cutting their fingernails or something like that. That's fine. But just like the texture thing, I guess, of that. Oh,
yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah, that's fine, but don't do the fake puke thing because then I'm gonna puke.
That wasn't fake, sir.
I know. Stop it. Can't
I'm
do
sorry.
it.
Both of them
Don't
start
do it.
throwing up.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
We're gonna end this
yeah.
podcast right now. Okay, we're moving on here.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. What's one thing you can never live without? We're gonna put this in the category of like personal items.
Personal items. What's a personal
Right.
item that I cannot live without?
That way it's not so broad.
Right. Just trying to think. I hate to say this, but man, I mean, I could live without it, but just if you think about the things that you use daily, right?
Sure,
And
sure.
especially like in our line of work, where like the cell phone, I hate to say that, like that would be like, it would be very, 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 very inconvenient. Probably the most inconvenient thing that, like, personal item.
Yeah.
If I didn't have, might be really nice not to have it for a little bit.
Yeah, it would be
but
for sure.
but living in like a service industry where you have people traveling and stuff like
Yeah.
that, like, and it's your responsibility.
Or
to
you're
be
watching
there.
your people on Live 360 all the time. Or
Exactly,
protecting your
stuff
family
like
and
that,
kids. Yeah.
and then just in the social media, like we do all these things in social media and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, that would be sadly what I would say. Eh.
No, that's a really good one. I wasn't thinking about the phone, but that is, I don't think anybody to this extent, like, especially in the period of age range we're in,
Mhm.
I think people who are like my parents and stuff, if they didn't have a phone, they would actually probably be fine. They could care
Yeah, that'd be
less.
fine. Yeah,
Like they like to have a phone that they call somebody, but they don't care to sit on it and do all that kind of. I'm thinking about my dad specifically.
right.
He could care less about that. But in the kind of thing we're in business and all the things that
Mhm.
we do, it's just the way you connect
Yeah,
these days, and it is what it is. So
yeah,
yeah, I was gonna say the phone's probably the number one thing, actually, if I really am honest and think about
right.
the phone. I was gonna say coffee. I am a big coffee guy.
Well,
And
to some people, I mean, gosh, the caffeine's like a drug in itself.
It is.
And
So you're saying I'm addicted to drugs?
so if you get the shakes, I'm like, don't start shaking here.
I mean, again, you live without coffee? Yes, but I prefer. I just need it to wake up so I look human.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I can't tell if you see the bags under my eyes here, but they actually look pretty good right now. It's genetics from my dad. It's always a joke. Like we could just, it's like when you cut a tree open and you can see the rings and tell how long the tree's been alive. It's the same way you can tell about me how long I've been alive by the bags under my eyes, drooped down and stuff. Exaggerating, but yeah. Since you said phone, I'll say coffee.
There you go.
I'll say coffee.
Yeah.
Let's do a couple more and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, sounds great.
Let's see. What do you believe is the most worthwhile goal an individual can dedicate their life to? We're going deep.
Yeah, this one's deep, and
We're going down deep.
For me personally, on this one, it's just striving to live a Christ-like life. As we're human, we're sinful. It will never be, but just being able to just like to follow Jesus and to strive. You'll fall down. You will fall down. But
Yeah.
my goal is to honor him in everything that I do. And when I fall short, which I do, it's nice to be able to have that relationship with him and to know everything is okay. And so that would be for me personally. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, I think I could second that. There's a lot of things I could say,
Absolutely.
but that's probably for you and I. Not everyone has the same faith as we do, and we don't care what you believe or if what you believe is not the same thing as us, but this is what we believe. And it's great. I always talk about God's grace is the thing that fills in all the cracks that happen in your life. It's like the glue that puts you back together. And
Mhm.
so striving to be the best as you can. Like you said, you fall, you stumble, you're human, you're going to make mistakes, but
Absolutely.
trying to strive to be like that is good, because everything else kind of just stems from that. Because if you're good at that, then you can be a good role model, good father, son,
Yep.
spouse, whatever, can go on and on like that. So I
Mhm.
think that is definitely a very good thing to dedicate your life to, for sure.
Yes, I agree.
All right, we're going down to our final question of the night.
One more. All right.
Here we go. What we got here? All right. Who's the funniest person you know, and why do you consider them the funniest?
Who's the funniest person? Well, you're up there, sir.
Well, thanks for saying that, just because I'm here on the podcast with you, Billy.
Awkward. No. Seriously, you are up there. I'm trying to think. Just going through.
While you think and
Yeah,
have some of that open space,
yeah.
I would definitely say you crack me up. As you can tell, every podcast you're like, it's episode 26, and I'm like, ah, like off the chain. Also, my best friend Matt and my friend Mike, also, who's no longer with us, but I've had times of just laughing so hard with them I could just fall over dead crying, and they're so funny. And then Leslie's a sleeper. You don't think she's super funny, but that girl can make me laugh about anything.
Yeah.
And she knows the things that always get me, and she knows what make me laugh is talking about being like down and out and being poor. Stories about poorness and down and out, just because I grew up poor. It makes me cry laughing, and I can't get enough. I can't get enough of it. So, and why do I consider them the funniest? Because I think the people who know you the closest really can pick apart like that. And my whole family's funny. I can't go down that route with everybody, not mention my entire family. But when we get together, we just kind of feed off each other and die laughing and have a good time. So I think it's the closeness to people is what makes me consider them the funniest, because about them stuff growing up that nobody else knows about. They know about you, and that's where for me, that's where the funniness comes in.
Yeah. And then there's always, especially like when you're together and like you might have been apart for so long and you get back together, like if I go see Trey, or if I hang out with my friend Drew, or if we're together. It's insane if we're together. You know what I mean?
Forget it.
So it's a whole different thing. And then of course, Michelle as well is hilarious in a lot of things that she does, and she's very sarcastic as well. And so you just got, if you love that sarcastic kind of humor, she's your girl.
She's your girl.
Yep, she's your girl.
She is sarcastic, but in a good way. I love
in a good way. In a good way. Yeah. So there you go.
Well, that was fun. That was
fun.
We haven't got to do one of these in a little while, where we just
this one was
back
good.
And forth.
Hopefully it was funny, and hopefully it was real, and hopefully it was something people can learn from us. And hopefully y'all enjoyed it.
Hope it just passes the time for you wherever you listen to podcasts. If it's in the car, working out, walking, sitting, ignoring your family, wherever you're at with that, hopefully it just helped you pass the time a little bit. That's what I enjoy the most about podcasts for me, and unless I'm trying to learn something from them, it just kind of fills the time. It makes me happy, makes me laugh. So we hope we did that for you. A reminder is that a couple episodes ago, we put up that contest about getting new reviews, and I don't know what you guys are waiting for to get those free Amazon gift cards. I mean, all you got to do is put a review out, and I'm telling you, by the number of downloads we have that we're going to be celebrating soon, we know you all are out there listening. So, Billy, what can we do to entice them even further?
I'll tell you what, how about we want to get the word out. So let's do a couple more Amazon gift cards if you all are so kind to share on social media and tag our page, All the Everything Podcast. Hey, y'all, just listen to this amazing podcast. Tag us. Go check them out. And when we see that, we're going to put your name in a drawing. It could be on Facebook. You could put us on Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Tag us. Yeah, we'll see that, and you will automatically be entered into some more Amazon gift cards, because who doesn't like going shopping, y'all?
I do.
And hopefully, we'll help get the word out, and that's what we would love to see.
Yeah, but like Billy said, we want to hear from you. Check us out on all the socials. We're there. We really want to communicate with you guys, and we really do want to roll some merch out. If we think anybody would actually care to buy any, we have some ideas. But we're excited to do. But anyhow, we just want to thank you guys all for joining us again this week for another amazing episode of All of the Everything Podcast. We appreciate you guys so much. Without you, we are just here talking to ourselves. So, which is basically what we're doing right now.
Anyway,
yeah, that's true. But again, we appreciate you guys. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We can't wait to be back with you next time for another amazing episode of All the Everything Podcast. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, y'all.